Thanks to Jesus for the word. Taking me to Revelation 21:1. And it says, "And I saw heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with man, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. And God himself shall be with them, and be their God. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. And there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain. For the former things are passed away. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me, It is done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. And I will give unto him that is at thirst at the fountain of water of life freely. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. But the fearful, the unbelieving, the abominable, and murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and all idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake that burns with fire and brimstone, which is the second death." So just a word of encouragement, from God, to remind us of things that await, A lot of times we get caught up in the world, and it's easily to stop thinking about the eternal things, like Paul said, right? He says, set your minds on things above, things in heaven. Get your soul and mind on eternity with Christ. And this is also a warning, not to miss out. Not to be the ones that are going to be burning in fire, It's a warning to remind you that there is greater things on earth, in this life, other than work, money, and riches, and things of the world. The greatest thing that you can do is find God and walk with God, right? And be partakers of his kingdom through Jesus, and be saved of sin and death. So it's a reminder, and a word of encouragement to continue, right? So that we also are going to be the ones that are going to overcome, and we're going to be with him, and we shall be his people. We should become a son, it says, right? For these words are true and faithful. And he's going to wipe away all tears, all things that you ever seen in this life that are horrible, right? Suffering, death, wickedness, sin, all those things should be of the past. All those things that will pass away. There should be a new earth. See, a lot of people don't know these things, They don't know that a new earth is going to be coming. There's going to be a new life. There's going to be presence of God with men again. For God should be with us again. The tabernacle, the everything is going to be restored. Everything is going to be new again. So don't be caught up with the devil, because that's what the devil wants, to bring you away from, so that you're not partakers of these promises right here. a new earth, no death, no pain, no fear. God dwelling with us with Him, Christ with us. So don't fall away and end up burning in hell because you want to continue to be of the world, right? Being fearful and unbelieving, abominable, wicked, having murder in your heart, being an idolater, listening to filth, watching filth, but rather start learning about the things of God and become a son of Jesus, a son through Jesus Christ and the blood that He gave for us on that cross, and then He was resurrected on the third day, and now He's sitting on the right hand of the Father on the throne, saying, "Behold, I make all things new." He's making people new every day. Every day, somebody else is getting saved. So is that gonna be you? Ask yourself that question. For those that know Jesus, continue that you are gonna be a partaker of all these promises right here of New Jerusalem, right? And we're gonna dwell with Him. So thank you, Jesus, for the word. Read those words again. Pick up the Bible, read it, and obey it. Thank you, Jesus.